Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Narrow Center of the Arts YouTube channel. This is the place you'll see live streaming concerts every Friday night at 8 p.m. This is also the place we'll be hosting our virtual art galleries. We want to thank Fred TV and Renee Kochman for their technical assistance. We also want to thank you, the Narrow Center for the Arts patrons, for your longtime support. This show is free, but donations are accepted through our PayPal and Venmo account. That information is at the bottom of the screen. We want to thank you for tuning in. Stay safe, and we'll see you at the Narrow's show real soon. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome songwriters in the round, Louie Leeman, Chuck Williams, and Mike Laureanno.
Hello, folks. Welcome to the Narrows. And before I forget it, we could use donations, so feel free to read all the stuff on your screen and send what you'd like to there. And here's where I ask myself the question, what do I need to keep me happy? What do I need to keep me happy? What does it take to get through life? How many years? How many kisses? How many jokes? How many wishes? How many heartaches? How many heartbeats? How many times we be let down? How many times we be astonished? What do I need to get through life? What do I need to keep me happy? What does it take to get through life? You look to the future, look to the past, look in the backyard, look in the trash, look in the paper, look for the truth in the eyes of a friend. Sooner or later, you'll find it, but you won't find it fast. Better some other time when everything is in place. Stars were aligned, my pockets were full, my vision was clear, my head was on straight. What do I need to keep me happy? What does it take to get through life? What does it take to get through life? And that's how that one goes. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Chuck Williams, and I've got a few songs for you here, along with these the gentlemen to my left and right. This song is called Drivin'. It's one of the things that we do as songwriters an awful lot. I've been driving every day. I've been thinking along the way. Been thinking about you, been thinking about me, been taking in all the scenery. I've been driving down to the Cape. across the bridge where the flag was draped. On old Route 6, going into town. So many cars, so much has grown. And I drive every day. And I drive every night. And I'm so far away from where I want to be, from where I want to be. I've been driving in my automobile. People flying by me like a hell on wheels. From early in the morning till late in day, a simpler life is all they pay. And I drive every day. And I drive every night. And I'm so far away from where I want to be, from where I want to be. Life ain't what it used to be, just a faded memory. And I don't know if it'll ever change. I've been driving down the streets. Shopping malls are growing out of concrete. From early in the morning till late in day, a simpler life is all we pay. And I drive every day. And I drive every night. And I'm so far away from where I want to be, from where I want to be. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us here at
Good
the
e-
Arrows. You don't get to choose where you're born or raised. I come from Fall River, and you know, it's not like it's something you mention on your first date. You know, like they usually go, "Check, please." But to me, Fall River is like a bulldog. You know, he's got a face only a mother can love, and but it's the face of the people who built this town and worked hard to raise families as best they could. And this is my ode to my hometown. I come from Fall River, a tired old mill town. Lizzie born and lived here, we don't mess around. I come from Fall River, I have something to prove. Knock this chip off my shoulder, it's the heaviest thing to move. When you're born in my town, you push a boulder uphill. You do hard time on the assembly line, though some escape, some never will. Oh, I come from Fall River, I'm half Portuguese, half French. We eat chorizo and meat pies, grew up in tenements. breakfast, you talk about lunch. And at lunch, you talk about supper. Never full enough. Oh, I come from Fall River. We cut down all our trees. We buried our falling river. Built a highway, but no one leaves. When you work in my town, you take pride in your pain. Your mother works the graveyard shift and hopes that you will one day break the chain. Oh, I come from Fall River. My blood is in that ground. Though I dream of greener pastures, I'll die in my mill town. Thank you. Thank you. Fall River. Get it right.
Okay, now it's back to me. I don't have any songs about my hometown. I was born in Fall River too. Way up the north end, up by Steep Brook, near the Workin sawmill. But anyway, this is a song I wrote because I went to one of the Rhode Island songwriter in the round things, and they assigned homework for it. And the topic or the title was More Than Enough. When I first heard it, I said, oh, there are so many things I've had more than enough of. This will be easy. But then I decided not to be negative, and that narrowed it down some. And this is what came out. I got more than enough of everything that matters. Someone beside me when the time gets tough. In a world that's yelling, give me more, more, more. I got more than enough. I got a home that gives me comfort. I got you to return my touch. I got a lifetime full of wonder. I got more than enough. More than enough can be too much to handle. Too much to care for, too hard a task. People get by with so little. When more than enough is more than you need, what do you do with the rest? I got friends to help me through the hard times, to pick me up or call my bluff. Been a lucky man as long as I remember. I got more than enough. I got more than enough. Majesty. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, this song is called To the Other Side. I had the pleasure of writing this song with Michael Troy, which, by the way, while I'm thinking of it, we have the Michael Troy tribute concert is on November 8th, scheduled right here at the Narrows. Whether it's virtual or it's live is yet to be found, but mark that date for it, November 8th. Where are the blue skies we used to know? Lost in the yellow haze when the wind don't blow. Crystal clear waterways used to flow. Gone with the Indian and buffalo. In purple mountains, the air is clear. Down in the valley, fields of fear. Like atoms and apples, change day and night. Forsaken garden, something ain't right. Get on your high horse and ride, ride, ride. Take us to the other side. Tundra's melting, glaciers flow. When the water rises, where will you go? Polar bears starving, a fall from grace. Mother Earth has changed her face. Get on your high horse and ride, ride, ride. And take us to the other side. Generations see what we have seen. Can we keep this planet safe and green? Will we drift away in rising waters? What will there be for our sons and daughters? Once we were whaling oil and bone. Now we find them grounded in seacoast foam. In another country, there's another drought. The ground is drying up and burning out. The world keeps turning, so do we. Have we turned our backs? We should have seen, written in the stars, hidden in the light. What haven't we done? Something ain't right. Get on your spaceship and fly, fly, fly. Take us to the other side. Get on your spaceship and fly, fly, fly. Take us to the other side. Thank you.
So Chuck mentioned Michael Troy. For those of you, I'm sure many out there listening and watching tonight know Michael. Michael was Fall River's finest poet and songwriter, and he passed away in November of 2015. And we do a show every year here at the Narrows. All the money goes to Durfee High School Music Department, so feel free to join us, virtual or live. And before Michael passed away earlier in the autumn, he gave me a call and he said he'd like to go for a ride in my car. I have this old 1950 Chevrolet, and it was a beautiful, glorious day. And he had his arm outside the window there, and it was just one of those really good days. And that's where this song starts. I said a prayer for my friend. he's hanging tough. He always said keep the faith, and it served him well enough. We'll take one more ride in my '50 Chevrolet. Go back in time before the light begins to fade. He greets me with a bear hug, his hair is thin. Though he's lost his lion's mane, he's still a king. The old Chevy groans, but she won't let us down. I ask him where he wants to go. He says, our hometown. Now we're rolling along down these Fall River hills. He and the Chevy are holding on still. Hard knocks and granite blocks in these tired old mills we called home. The car's got no seat belts, it don't matter to him. There's worse ways to die, he says, then he laughs like a fisherman. When life threw a punch, he knew what to do. He just kept on casting his hope into the blue. There's a push-button radio at his knee. The tubes hum, we sing along to a song from '63. Is this the 4th of July? Are we in a parade? Is this the last time we get to feel this way? And we're rolling along down these Fall River hills. He and the Chevy are holding on still. Hard knocks and granite blocks in these tired old mills we called home. There's pride in a name for the town you were born. You can't rip the roots out of what's bred in the bone. In 1804, our city was called Troy. You can't take the Fall River out of the boy. All those cliches and sympathy cards, holding back the tears, trying so hard to find a way to say goodbye to you. Guys from our hood don't cry, that ain't true. Now you're rolling along down these Fall River hills. You and the Chevy, forever still. Hard knocks and granite blocks in these tired old mills you called home. Oh, you are home. Michael Troy.
Okay, I didn't write this next song. If anybody tells you I did, it's a lie. It's an old folk song from Northern England. It's been a hard day's night, working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do make me feel alright. You know I worked all day to get your money to buy you things, and it's worth it just to hear you say you're gonna give me everything. So why on earth should I moan when I get you alone? You know I feel alright. When I'm home, everything seems to be right. When I'm home, feeling you holding me tight, right? Yeah, it's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do make me feel alright. When I get you alone, you know I feel alright. When I'm home, everything seems to be right. When I'm home, feeling you holding me tight, right? Yeah, it's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night. I should be sleeping like a log. But when I get home to you, I find the things that you do make me feel alright. You know I feel alright. You know I feel alright. Thank you. Thank you very much.
That was nice.
Take it away, Chuck.
Well, I'm from the Midwest, so I don't have much of an accent like up here in the Northeast. But I do know that when I'm up near Boston, I have to be careful about how I introduce this song, because when you say pawn shop in Boston, you might not be getting the same idea that I'm about to do with you. So what this song is about a pawn shop. And I'm going to try to walk you through this pawn shop and give you an idea of what I saw. This guitar was owned by a road-weary blues man. Seemed he fell on hard times and needed cash. So he walked into this pawn shop to find its value. Tried to turn it all to gold through mountain ash. Yeah, this old pawn shop has many stories. Tales can be told from each item on the shelf. And every time you come in browsing round there, you learn a little something about yourself. On the wall were a pair of blue speckled coffee cups, just like the ones my grandma used to use. A 2-quart pot rolled out on an open flame, an early morning smell of a chicory brew. And there's a leather-bound book written in 1902 about a farmer who lived east of here up on the hill. He was a loner, spoke to no one, built his home, plowed his pays, and filled his bills. Yeah, this old pawn shop has many stories. Tales can be told from each item on the shelf. And every time you come in browsing round there, you learn a little something about yourself. And on a table were some crocheted doilies, just like the ones on the theater shade. Had pleats and bangles along the gilded edges. Once a beauty, now that shade is far from new. And in the corner, there was a musty smell from wool army blankets left there in a chest. You wonder who the last was to be warmed by them. Maybe a soldier on their way home for a rest. Yeah, this old pawn shop has many stories. Tales can be told from each item on the shelf. And every time you come in browsing around there, you learn a little something about yourself. Now, in all these years that I've run this pawn shop, many a character has come and gone. They all brought in something special for the money, yet their stories left me the richer one. Yeah, this old pawn shop has many stories. Tales can be told from each item on the shelf. And every time you come in browsing round there, you learn a little something about yourself. You learn a little more about yourself. Thank you.
This song is called Little Red-Winged Blackbirds. And a little footnote to the song is several years back, 5,000 blackbirds mysteriously fell from the sky and died. And that was the front page headline. And buried on page 10 that day was mention of the fact that the U.S. death toll in the Iraq-Afghanistan war had reached 5,000. So this is a little allegory about the soldiers and the birds. Red-winged blackbirds falling from the sky. Little red-winged blackbirds falling from the sky. 5,000 blackbirds, but the true count's classified. Roosting in the willows, preened, lean, and fit. Roosting in the willows, preened, lean, and fit. Blackbirds with their bright red epaulets. Hey! Shrill order, they scrambled to the sky. There came a shrill order, and they scrambled to the sky. blackbirds did not question why. Yeah, they hit the ground with thunder, enough to shake the west wing. Yeah, they hit the ground with thunder, enough to shake the west wing. 5,000 blackbirds of the I say. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. And I'd like to say again that I'm really glad to be here tonight. This is the most people I've played to since the beginning of March. It's under 10. There's under 10 people here. We're very safe. We're spaced out. We're legal. But it's still the most people I've played to since. And I got a pretty big family, but they just haven't heard me play all at the same time. Anyway, I have very little to say about this song. It's called Hold On. It was an old song, but it still seems to fit with everything that's going on. It's about communication, or the difficulties in communication, and a few other things. So, and it goes something like this. Ever feel lonely, ever feel alone, ever feel disconnected when you're talking on the phone? Talking there are such serious dangers, one false word, everything changes. Too much confusion in every conversation, change of inflection, new interpretation. Ever feel lonely, ever feel alone, ever feel disconnected when you're talking on the phone? Hold on. Hold on to whatever you believe in. Hold on tight, tighter every day. Hold on fast, the whole thing's slipping away. Seems like it's a current thing. You gotta dance with the devil if you wanna hear the angels sing. Bad news floats upstream. Words don't matter if you don't care what you mean. Well, all I know and all I've known, you gotta stand together but be ready to walk alone. Ever feel lonely, ever feel alone, ever feel disconnected when you're talking on the phone? Hold on. Hold on to whatever you believe in. Hold on tight, tighter every day. Hold on fast, the whole thing's slipping away. Rises, the smoke clears, the light of perception turns on in your head. Do you ever feel lonely, ever feel alone, ever feel disconnected when you're talking on the phone? Hold on. Hold on to whatever you believe in. Hold on tight, tighter every Thank you.
Louie, Leeman. Woo.
Thank you.
I'd just like to tell you that there were no tickets sold for this concert tonight, but you can make a donation through PayPal or Venmo, and every once in a while you'll see a screen that pops up that gives you all the information on that, and we'd appreciate it, as would the Narrows. The proceeds will be split equally between the venue, the Narrows Center for the Arts, and the artists. So we'd appreciate that, so take a look. This here song, this is a frustrated folkie. He's trying to write a country song, I guess. It's called Country Queen, and it's about a country fiddler that really doesn't like her job as she continues to get year after year older. But the problem is that she's has rock and roll in her heart, and she's playing country music every single night. Down in Missouri, she lives all alone. She puts on her jeans and the Rolling Stones, puts a little rosin on her bow. Now she's ready to play her next show. It's a matinee down on the strip. Stage lights are on, she'll play all her hits. Tells the same jokes, smiles on cue. It's just what she's paid to do. Yesterday she turned 28, made her a big old fiddle cake. Same as last year, tears her apart. She's a country queen with a rock and roll heart. Ruby Tuesdays, thinking one beer. Lou says, KT, what's with the tears? And she says, what builds fans up is what tears me down. Babe, it's time we paint this town. Yesterday she turned 28, made her a big old fiddle cake. Same as last year, tears her apart. She's a country queen with a rock and roll heart. But she orders 2 jacks, then another one. Says, I hope tomorrow won't ever come. The lonesome doves rock the beat. Leaves her blues in the backseat. Yesterday she turned 28, made her a big old fiddle cake. Same as last year, tears her apart. She's a country queen with a rock and roll heart. Missouri, still falling apart. She's a country queen with a rock and roll heart. Thank you, thank you.
So my grandfather, like most men during the Great Depression, he was out of work for a while. But he finally got a job working for the WPA, the Works Progress Administration, building roads and bridges, and he was forever grateful. I remember he always used to say that all work was honorable, and it didn't matter if the pay was peanuts. and that a dirty shirt was honest work. And I got to know that all too well when I became a teenager, and like the rest of my family members before me, I had to do some time working in the mills. And when I worked in the mills for a bit, my wealthier friends in the North End, my Irish buddies, as it turns out, they were those guys, no offense, no, Patrick, not Patrick, but some of my wealthier Irish friends, they would call me a greenhorn and worse. And of course, I told that to my grandfather, and my grandfather was amused, and he reminded me that the Irish had arrived in Fall River 50 years before the Portuguese did, because I'm Portuguese. And when the Irish arrived here in Fall River, they were the ones that were being called the greenhorn. And in the end, it didn't much matter, because in the end, we're all immigrants. One by one, they line the docks. They sail away like the ark, one by one, to the promised land. One by one, in single file, names were changed on Ellis Island. One by one, millions, one by one, and that brave new world held hope. They kissed the ground. God bless the immigrant. One by one, they spun and wove, mile by mile, they built roads, one by one, a new nation. One by one, in the fields they slaved, working jobs no one would take. One by one, freedom, and that brave new world held hope. They kissed the ground. God bless the immigrant. Now we come by dark of night, chased by dogs and flashing lights. Now the river's wide, who will reach the other side? One by one, forgotten, but that brave new world held hope. We kiss the ground, we're all immigrants, one by one, one by one, one by one, one by one, one by one. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. And right now I'm going to go out on a limb. These guys are going to play a song with me. We played it once the other day. It's got a blues progression, so we can't get too lost. It's in the key of E, the key that we guitar players like to use for the blues. And we'll just vamp on the one for a little while. Looking at me, you're looking at me, you're looking at something, you're looking at me, yeah, I'm talking to you, what you looking at, you're talking to her. To her, she said she don't know you. You're talking to her. She ain't talking to you. She ain't talking to me. She's talking to someone. Well, I don't care where you go. Don't care what you do. I don't know nothing about you, and that is true. Chuck, you got it. Thank you very much. Oh, by the way, I meant to mention, that's my Fall River song, because, you know, it kind of reflects the way we talk. And
so this song, it was written a couple of years ago. It's called Riders of the Rails, and it's about the hobos. The hobos have been getting together out in Britt, Iowa for about 105 years. Every year in August, they get together and bring in new people with wanderlust in their blood. And this song tells a little bit about the story of the American Hobo in the town of Britt. It goes like this. Every year, for over a century, they gather here beneath the tree, an eternal fire that burns free where the rails lead to Iowa. I was driving down Main Street with only 2 stops, got a dollar store and a barber shop. At the edge of town, the side of the tracks, is where hobos go when they come back. Slow freight Ben highball and a Mountain Dew. Mama Joe, Mad Mary, Serenity Sisters too. Sunrise to Nightingale and the Gypsy Moon. Billy, Repo Belly, they came here too. On the road, on the rail, every year, never fails. Four winds blow, flame is lit. When the hobos come to the town of Britt. Hobos live the life of riders on the rail, worked town to town, telling their tales, chasing steam trains, always on the go, traveled in straight lines, much like the crow. Ironweed, Harmonica Don, Inkman and Blackie, Hobo Spike, Trucker Phil, and Uncle Freddie. Minneapolis jewel shines under a blue moon. Cannonball Eddie, Liberty, Justice, they came here too. On the road, on the road, on the rail, every year, never fails, Four winds blow, flame is lit, when the hobos come to the town of Britt. At the edge of town where the cornfields grow, the hobos mark their stand row on row. Laid to rest when they caught the westbound, they honor them on this hallowed ground. New York Slim, Connecticut Shorty, Santa Fe Jack, Frog Stretch, and the Preacher all came back. Flat Car Frank, Collinwood Kid, and Dante Ardu. Steam Train Maury, Utah Phillips, they came here too. On the road, on the rail, every year, never fails, Four winds blow, flame is lit, when the hobos come to the town of Britt. When the hobos come to the town of Britt. Thank you.
I feel like a sing-along. That's a folk song. So, folks, thanks again for tuning in and supporting. And please, like they say on the bottom of the screen, please be generous to support, particularly the Narrows. You know, venues like this, we need to keep them alive so the virus has finally left its grip on us. And we can have places to gather and sing and play like this. This is the last song tonight I'll sing. Thank you, friends, for listening. If you had not tuned in, you'd be missing sitting home in quarantine. Leaving your beds was not easy, I know. When you snuggled in your jammies, who wants to go? But you guys are troopers, you're watching this show. Or did someone drag you along? We hope you all could be at the Narrows, sitting in these seats. But this will have to do, streaming live to you on YouTube. We're not sentimental, we're not getting soft. It's just that we're grateful that you can join us. 'Cause if you were not here, there would be less love. You've made us richer today. But your legs are getting numb. You've been sitting too long, and the beers are kicking in. You need to go again. So we'll say goodbye, we'll be on our way. Thank you for choosing live music today. You dared to tune in, and for that you are great. We hope we'll meet again sometime. Good night, friends, you've been kind.
Yeah.
I'd like to wish you all a happy 4th of July. We're going to do our, what do you call it, the finale?
It's a finale, I guess, because, I mean, that last song was just so nice, it's almost a shame to do one.
No.
But we're doing it anyway.
Woody never.
And we'd like to ask the audience to sing along, please. So, sing along, you'll know the words as well as we do.
It was written by Woody Guthrie, who's been known to spend a few days on the railroad. So there's a little little tie-in there. So sing along. This land is your land. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking that ribbon of highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me the golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land was your land. This land was my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. I roamed and rambled, as followed my footsteps to the sparkling sands of her diamond deserts, and all around me a voice was sounding. This land was made for you and me. This land was your land. This land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the redwood forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking, I saw a sign there, and on one side it said no trespassing. On the other side, it didn't say nothing. This side was made for you and me. This land was your land. This land was my land. From California to the New York Island, to the redwood forest, to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land was your land. This land was my land. From California
Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
That was fun.